Hi there. Hope you're having a great day today. This is GK Pro's 50-day spoken English course, absolutely free on YouTube. Welcome to day 17th. Great. A quick question before I start the session for today. Do you feel your English is correct, but it sounds too simple or too boring? Like this. My day was good, the food was nice, the movie was bad. It sounds pretty plain and simple, correct? Today, I will show you one powerful secret, and that is the topic for today, and that is Adjectives Toolkit. Okay, we are going to help you to upgrade your English without learning big grammar. By the end of this session, guys, you will be able to describe people, things, and your feelings in a more confident way using super easy words known as adjectives. These are my favorites, all right? So, let's quickly look at the definition uh, of an adjective. An adjective is a word that describes a noun or a pronoun, okay? It answers question like what kind, which one, and how many. All right, look at the examples on the screen. A happy child. A happy child, that is, what kind of child? It's a happy child. All right, great. This bag. Okay, the third example. This bag relates to which one? This bag. Okay, how many? Three books. All right, I hope I was pretty clear here. So, adjectives make your sentence clearer and more interesting. Now, pause the video and say these three examples aloud once. That is, a happy child, three books, and this bag. Let's move on to the next topic, the big six. What do I mean by big six? Is I'm just going to let you know what exactly in depth. I'm going to jump into this topic because this is most useful for speaking, my friends. And that is what we are focusing and we are kind of going towards improving your English. And day by day, I can assure you that with practice, that is what is going to happen. All right, let's go. Descriptive kind. The first, the first kind from the big six is the descriptive kind or qualitative in nature. What do you mean by qualitative in nature? Or what do you mean by descriptive? It's nothing big. It's not a rocket science again. It actually describes quality, feeling, size, color, etc. All right. For example, huge. What is huge? Obviously, it is size. Happy is feeling. Gloomy is feeling. Delicious is, quality, quality of food. Okay. Ancient, again, is quality. All right. That is what is descriptive or qualitative in nature. Let's now look at some examples that I've got in store for you. Pretty good ones, actually. The gigantic tree towered over the houses. Gigantic, it's a size. She felt unbelievably nervous. Okay, now that's a feeling, all right? The scarlet dress looked eye-catching. What do you mean by scarlet? Scarlet is a color in the sense it's a color wherein you find red and certain orange streaks in between. Basically, it has a red background. The color is red with orange mix. Now, last but one, a mysterious sound echoed in a hall. Now mysterious is a feeling, right? Now, the last one is he has an innovative mind. Inventive mind. Inventive is what? Quality. All right, that is his quality. He's inventive. Now, this section is pretty much my favorite. As you guys know by now, I think these are known as guided practice sections in the lessons or embedded in the lessons that I'm actually sharing with you online now. So here is a pause task. What do you mean by pause task? You just have to pause and say any two of the sentences again with confidence. You can choose any of these sentences, guys, and kind of, say it aloud. Please say these sentences aloud. You might want to say, a kind of read this sentence and then followed by this sentence, or you can choose any of the two really. All right, pause the video and do this task. I always kind of tell you to pause and practice because that's what is necessary. Practice is my favorite word because I have been personally doing it for the longest of time as I remember. All right, do that and you will understand the meaning of practice, guys. Okay, let's move ahead. Let's move ahead. Now, the next type from the big six is the quantity or the number. Means how many or how much. All right. Now, examples are many, few, several, some, 20. 20 is a number, but it also falls obviously in the quantity, under the quantity tab. Okay. Let's look at some sentences for today. There are 20 students in my class. Okay. She had three options. Three again is a number. He read several. Several again is a number. Several what? Several books. How many? How many? One of the big six of the adjectives. They spent countless hours practicing. Here you see, my friends, countless. Why do you think it's a number? Anything that relates to the numbering system is obviously falling under the tab that is our quantity here. Okay, so they spent countless in the sense they couldn't count the number of hours that they were practicing. All right, now I need more time. More time. Okay, so these are the words that you need to keep your eye out for because when you kind of want to relate with the concept of using adjectives in your daily sentences, because these are magical, magical. It's also known as a magical grammatical tool, wherein the way you speak enhances with the help of using adjectives. All right, adjectives are of six kinds, and I just covered two. One, the first one is descriptive or qualitative, which deals with feeling, size, color, quality. All right, I gave you certain examples as well. We had a task wherein we kind of paused and read any two of the sentences aloud. And the next one is quantity or number, where you're dealing with how many or how much. Okay, pretty much number. So let's move on to the third type for today, also known as the demonstrative. Demonstrative is a huge word in itself, but nothing to fear, my dear, because here there are these words that will help you to understand what exactly demonstrative means. Okay, this, that, these, those, such. So these are the words that you need to kind of look out for when I tell you demonstrative. But how do you kind of analyze that it falls under the big six? Because you've got this very beautiful word, which. Okay, which one? Which one? Which one? This song is my favorite one. This one. This song is my favorite one. It can be any song really. Those flowers are beautiful. Those flowers are beautiful. Those flowers, they're particularly those flowers. That decision was crucial. Now, which decision? That particular decision was pretty crucial. He didn't expect such a reaction. Such. What a reaction? Such a reaction. Probably it was an aggressive reaction. Probably it was, a person was happy. Such a happy reaction. So that particular reaction. So demonstrative shows pretty much which one. Okay, it shows you the direction. It can be a directional adjective. All right, it's something like, it shows which one. Those, these, that, such. So these kind of things or these kind of words are pretty much important when you're talking about demonstrative adjectives. All right, now the last example is these chocolates are delicious. Which ones? These. They can be, they can be chocolates placed on a table. I'm trying to draw a table here. Let's try that out. Yes, great. Okay, there might be certain, certain kind of chocolates on the table. Wow, there's a heart. All right. So heart-shaped chocolates, I can say. So these chocolates are delicious. So When you look at demonstrative adjectives, please try to understand that they are pointing out towards a particular object. Now, again, the guided practice session where I kind of want you to pause, guys, pause the video and say this. That is, pause and say, this dash is dash, or that dash is dash, or the the hyphen. All right, you need to fill that up. Example is, this class is useful, that idea is smart. So all are adjectives, but here you need to understand that this class, our class, my class is particularly useful. Next, that idea, whose idea? It can be anyone's idea. Ram's idea, or Sita's idea, or it can be Sandra's idea, John's idea. It can be anyone's idea is smart. So that particular idea is smart. All right. So that is what I mean by big six. So what did we cover under big six? The first one is descriptive or qualitative. The second one is in reference to quantity, my friends. That's how many or how much. The third one pretty much is demonstrative and very easy to kind of refer to when you really want to know what exactly demonstrative adjectives are. That is which one. All right. The fourth one is my favorite because it says possessive. Possessive in the sense this shows ownership. Ownership. What do you mean by ownership? My car, my dog, my cat, my daughter, my son, all right, my mother, my father. So this is possessiveness, all right. So that is also a kind of adjective when you're looking at it. So let's kind of look at our examples. My, your, his, her, our, and their. Whose is the question that we need to keep in mind. All right. Whose is the question that we need to keep in mind when we are kind of looking at the possessive ones. So my phone is new. Their garden looks lovely. Her dress is elegant. Your answer is correct. Our team won the match. So how about that? Here again, a mini practice, guided practice session. I want you to kind of pause the video here, all right, and say three sentences, starting with my, your, and our as your starting letters. For example, my English is improving, your pronunciation is clear, our goal is confidence. Obviously, our goal is confidence along with fluency, my friends. So that is what we are looking at here at GK Pro, and all these strategies in the previous lessons have been curated personally by us for your benefit only. All right, let's quickly move on to the next, a part of this lesson where we are going to kind of look at the fifth type of the big six is the interrogative ones used in question tags. Interrogative is what? Interrogative is when someone is asking you questions. Now, these adjectives come in the form of questions only. For example, what day is it? Which way should we go? Whose shoes are these? What kind of movie do you like? There are certain examples here, all right? The last one is which dress do you prefer? Okay, here I would just want you to understand that these are just interrogative questions. So basically what, which, whose, when also can be a part of it, okay, and which. So these are known as interrogative adjectives, and one of the big six. All right, here you can just, if you want, you can just pause the video and ask yourself questions like which movie did I recently like, what kind of dress do I really want to wear today. So these are the things when you look at interrogative ones. The last one is comparative and superlative. When you look at comparative, you you're comparing, right? These are kind of adjectives that are pretty much very, very important to understand. Now, let's look at some examples. All right, when you look at comparative, that is bigger, faster, and more interesting. Now, superlative is kind of bigger than comparative. Why? Because that is, obviously, you can look at the examples here. See, it is biggest. Obviously, bigger is a bit smaller than biggest, right? Yes. Faster is a little slower than the fastest, but still it's fast. But then a bit slower than the fastest. More interesting is okay, but most interesting is something that every one of us will be interested in, right? Most interesting is bigger than more interesting. So superlative is something bigger than comparative, guys. All right. Let us look at some examples for today. The box is bigger than that one. He runs faster than me. The This book is more interesting than the other. He is the tallest. Okay, tallest is superlative. It's not comparative. Okay, if it was comparative, it would be something like he is the he is the tallest in the class is superlative. You would be using taller as the word. Okay, now the last one is this is the best cake I have ever had. Okay, so when you look at these words, that is comparative, that is, kind of ends with an er, all right, or more as one of your helping word, it means that you are looking at using adjectives in order to make your English sound interesting as well. Okay, great. So here, this sentence can be also told with the use of names like Ram is taller than Ramesh. Okay, there when you're using taller, that is comparative, a comparative degree, you're using taller to compare the other guy. All right, so Ram is taller than Ramesh. Now, tallest comes when you are talking about the tallest guy in the class. He is the tallest in the class. There's no one else who is taller than him. Okay, now that is the difference when you look at using these adjectives. Here, I would want you to pause and make one comparative and one superlative sentence, guys. Now, look at the example quickly. Today is better than yesterday. This is the best lesson for speaking. This is just an example that I gave you. What you can truly do is pause the video, okay? Pause the video and practice this on your own and understand the importance of using adjectives when you kind of form sentences. Now, here is the most interesting part for today, the extra. We always try to give you extra here at GK Pro Academy, all right? So extra types are something that I also want to do a session just for you specially, but this is just a condensed session that I've got for you, but I'm going to make a whole separate section as well. Okay, now just going on with this lesson today, extra types deal with proper adjectives. Proper adjectives means what? Names, names of places, names of people, like American, he loves American movies. They sell Italian food. Okay, Shakespearean is the person, this Shakespeare guy, right? So Victorian, it's an era. Shakespearean era in the sense that era when Shakespeare was alive. Victorian era, American, Italian, all these are proper adjectives. You can also use them in your sentences. The next one is compound adjectives. What do you mean by compound adjectives? Compound means two words together, but they fit in like a puzzle. For example, high quality, okay, low quality, that also fits in. Well known, easygoing. Let's look at some sentences. These are just words that fit into each other like a puzzle, like, like a box pieces. They fit into each other like puzzles. They exactly fit into each other because they don't really go wrong. If you actually use them, you sound a bit fluent. They kind of fit like this. They kind of fit like this as a puzzle. They do not sound bad together. That is what the idea is when you look at compound adjectives. Two words together who are best friends. Well known. Okay. Well known obviously fits together. Easygoing. I can't tell hard going, right? I can't use something like low going. This is not sounding good. So when you look at compound adjectives, these words go together. Let's look at some sentences. She bought a high quality bag. He is easygoing, right? It really is nice to listen to these kind of sentences where adjectives are given importance, guys. The last one is um, participle adjectives. What do you mean by participle adjectives? Participle is always related to verbs, okay? It means boring, exciting, tired, frightened. All right. The lecture was boring. Hopefully not mine. Okay, great. I felt excited about the news. Now, these are, you know, participle adjectives which are derived from verbs as well. So as I told you, this is a bit of an extra information. I'm going to take this um, in depth, after probably a few days. I'm planning to give you in-depth knowledge about all the grammatical tools as well, and that's going to come up next here at GK Pro. It's absolutely free on YouTube, guys. Great. Now let's look at my favorite part for today. Okay, again, another strategy, guys, also known as the adjective camera, a very, very interesting strategy that has come up today. Okay, adjectives are like a camera lens. Just imagine them to be like a camera lens. They make your sentence clearer. Okay, use these three lenses. What are the three lenses? Okay, what are the three lenses? Listen to this. Okay, today I'm going to give you a very simple strategy, guys. I really hope you wrap your heads around this, because after this I am pretty sure that you kind of want to understand that how you can use adjectives with ease. All right, look at lens 1. That is how it looks. Whatever you look at, you just use those words, like a beautiful flower, dark black horse, or a dark night, bright sunny day, a messy room, a clean room. So whatever you're looking at, so that's your lens number 1. Okay. Now lens number 2 is the feeling lens, where you feel something. Like the lens number 1 is, it helps you to look through your eyes directly at whatever you're looking. It's descriptive or describing whatever you're looking at. The second one is feeling lens. Feeling lens is what? How you feel. Probably you're proud today because you've done something very good, or you're relaxed because probably you're relaxed because the whole day you didn't really do anything. You might be nervous as well because you have an upcoming exam. You're excited to tell a secret to your friend. You're very tired after a whole day's work. So, guys, the second lens is in reference to your feeling. Okay, we have the strategy just for you here, also known as the adjective camera. Camera has three lenses. The first lens is look lens, the second lens is the feel lens, and the third lens is the value lens, that is your judgment. Okay, it's not good to judge people, but then using adjectives in your sentence is a bright idea. All right, let's look at this. Useful. Okay, I'm a pretty useful person. Pointless. It's pointless talking to, let's have a name. It's pointless talking to John. He really doesn't understand. Okay. Amazing. That experience was amazing. I just loved the way the chef made dinner tonight. So that's amazing. Okay. Confusing. I'm confused, or this point or this meeting was confusing. That also can be something that you judge, right? You judge that the meeting was confusing. This is a very important decision I have to take. Now that also is a judgment, right? So I just want you to kind of, also before the activity, there's one activity here. Before that, I want you to kind of look at some examples. The room was very, very messy. It's covering the lens number 1. Looking, right? I feel stressed. Feeling. The meeting was useful, and now that is the value lens, value or your judgment. So this makes speaking sound mature. All right, perfect. So remember only a few things, okay, before we end the session today. You don't need long sentences to sound fluent. You need the right words, guys. Now, I just want to kind of tell you that these sessions are bought only for you, and I hope that you are you're reaping the benefits of this. Now, if you're learning with us on YouTube, this lesson is a part of our free spoken English course. If you want guided practice and step by step confidence building, you can join us through the free course link in the description, guys. Okay, start free, continue only when you feel ready, guys. Thank you so much for joining today's session. Have a great day ahead.